I don't think the coulter cart's supposed to look like that. Where's all the coulter wheels? Oh wait, we had to take them off. Stay tuned and find out why. I noticed that we had some problems. What was happening is when I was planting, the drill hitch would be pulling slightly at an angle to the left, while the drill on the back would be pulling straight. So it wasn't running in its tracks. So I knew what the problem was because I've read a little bit about some of these doing that, and it does that when the coulter assemblies get worn. So at the end of last fall, I had a coulter rod break on me and lost a spring, so I had to go back and order a new spring and another coulter rod, and we started looking at them and seeing there was quite a few more that were getting ready to break. So we're like, well, we're just gonna have to go ahead and get these fixed this year. I don't think we're gonna be able to get any more out of them, so that's what we got going on. So there's two bolts that hold the coulter assemblies onto the toolbar, and they bolt them on, and then these cutter wheels pin onto the assemblies. So the problem we're having is with the assemblies themselves, and they're over here. And the problem is, as you can see right here, they're worn out on the top, and some of them are broken out, and this is where the spring rod goes. So it's got a rod that sticks out of that, and it has a spring that clamps on the back of it, and they're busting out the sides. Some of them have completely broke out the sides, and we're gonna have to put some type of bushing in here and weld it up so it'll hold better and won't have all that slop in it around the sides. The other part of the problem is where the coulter wheel itself goes into the assembly. It's kind of wore out and is egg shaped. That's what holds the coulter wheel itself. So it goes on like so, and some of them aren't too bad, but some of them are. And we got a guy my dad knows at a machine shop. I'm gonna take these down there to him today, and he's gonna bore this out, and we got bronze bushings, 2 on each side, and he's gonna press those in and press them in this side and leave just a hair gap in the middle for the grease. We're gonna try that, and I think it'll work. It's just gonna be a little bit more work. I'd love to just buy 19 new ones and bolt them on there and be done with it, but unfortunately we're gonna have to put a little work into it, like always. So I got the spring rods, all the springs are good. I got the replacement spring, so all I need to do now is get those castings down there and see what he can do. Well, I gotta walk over here and get the tractor so I can put the drill back up in the barn, because it's gonna be hail and some chance for some bad weather. So I'm just gonna walk over here and show you guys the cover crops. There's a good stand of vetch growing right here, some clover, the rye and everything came up real good. So you can see there's some plantain, some more vetch. And we turned the cattle out here a couple days ago, so they're on, I think, their third little run here. We're working them to the north to finish out this section, and then we'll move them on to the next section. So as of right now, we're leaving them in here for about on an average of 2 to 3 days, and then moving the hot wire over. So we're happy to finally be out here on it. I think it set us back on the rye a little bit because it got so hot. So it just started, instead of like growing kind of thick, it started to stem up pretty quick on us compared to last year. But this week it cooled back down. So, and then this weekend it actually got down to 35 again. I thought we were done with that, but it got pretty cold. So we got some good rain this last weekend that helped it out. I'm gonna go over here and get the tractor, unhook the post driver. Go put the drill back in the barn. I got to get a mount to put my phone on in this tractor. I got a pretty good deal for my phone that holds it, but what I'm thinking about just maybe fabricating something I can like drill and bolt and then weld me a dill that comes up, and then I can just attach this dill that I'm holding right now on my phone just right here. So I've looked at the suction cup things, and a lot of them just got bad reviews. People say they fall off under a lot of vibration, and driving through the fields, I think it'll fall off. So I think I'm gonna either do it there or trim this out and make a clamp deal like for the loader and build something and put right here. So I don't know, we'll see. Got that unhooked. This thing's a real pain for some reason. Alright, so check this out. My dad found us this quick hitch he got. And I got this hydraulic third arm that we ordered a couple months ago put together. Some hoses on it. So this is a category 2 quick hitch. And it works pretty well for category 2 stuff. Like, the only thing that we have is the drill. It hooks up to that pretty good. It does not hook up to the post driver, it does not hook up to the landscape rake, or it does not hook up to the box blade. So, eventually, we're going to refabricate the post driver, said box blade landscape rake, to accommodate the category 2 quick hitch. so it's on the list with everything else. But there it is. Probably gonna have to fabricate something here, because that's as far as this tilts back. And I want it to be able to tilt back farther for when we're box blading, because it's nice to be able to angle the box blade back a little bit farther. So I'll probably weld something out to here to make this fasten probably about like right here, which won't be hard to do. But anyway, let's go see if we can unhook this drill. Can't forget to put this cap back on right here. So where the return oil from the post driver, once it fills the cylinder up, when it goes back down, it pushes the return oil back to here. And if you forget to put the cap on, you operate the loader up and down, it just sprays oil everywhere. I've done that a time or two. Alright, so I got it hooked up. This is the drill just hooked directly to the tractor without it being on the caddy cart. You could seed with it like this, but it'd be more useful to do this in like a tilled dirt situation, because it's just the openers running on the ground versus the coulters cutting through the grass and the residue for the openers to run through. So some people do seed like this. Anyway, I'm going to run this over here down the road real quick and put this drill part back in the barn, and I'll just leave the coulter caddy over at the house, so that way I can, once I get them assemblies back from the machine shop, I can go ahead and keep working on it, because I ain't really concerned about it getting any being out in the weather, because it doesn't have any like chains or moving parts on it. So one cool thing about this voucher tractor is that it runs 32 miles an hour down the road. It's really fast. I do want to drive down the road sometime and come up behind somebody else driving their tractor and just pass them. They'll just turn around and look at me like, what the heck? Because nobody else has one of these around here. I think it would be pretty funny. Alright. Now that's out of the yard. Pick up those scrap metal parts over there, and those old spring rods, throw them in the scrap metal pile. Then I can mow that spot. Just park the tractor out here for now. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ding the bell up there so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And be sure to check out all of our other videos, and also follow us on Facebook, Forum Ranch, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next one.